Hello everybody and welcome to another video. This time it will be maybe start of a new series or Let's Blend series that it won't be exactly tutorials, but it will be just me working with Blender doing some stuff that I need to do, and I will narrate and comment what I am doing. But again, it's not meant to be tutorials. It's not meant to teach some new techniques. It's simply maybe just for me to work on my English, to practice with Blender, and just create some content for my YouTube channel. And maybe, uh, hopefully, it will be somehow uh, helpful or somehow good even for you. Maybe just as a background noise, like some podcast or something, or maybe you will get some actual good practices or techniques from my work. Okay, what I will do today, through the power of editing, I will put the result right here, and I hope it looks like a hot air balloon, because that's what I would like to make. I have here the image, the reference that I will make it for, because I made that balloon some time ago for work, and I didn't archive it anywhere on my system, so I need to recreate it. Okay, let's stop talking nonsense and jump right to the Blender. I have turned on the screencast keys, and as I said, I will talk about what I am actually doing, but I have heavily modified the inputs for my Blender and the user interface and many more things. So if you will follow just one-to-one with your version of Blender, there is no guarantee that everything will work, that you have the same add-ons and same settings and everything. I will put this not only user preferences, but the startup file and everything somewhere for you to download, but it's not anywhere right now, and I plan it only after the version 2.79 official is out there. So for now, just try to recreate the techniques, but not exactly uh, what I'm pressing. For example, I will create this sphere, and if I want to change the parameters, I'm hitting D for this menu, and that's definitely not what you have set in your default Blender. Okay, well, I will definitely start with my reference images. Where are they? Oh, I don't need this. This will be enough. Okay, here is some person, so it should be somewhere meter and half or less than 2 meters for this person, and it's actually kind of close, so I will not change the size of this image. The center, it pretty much is aligned. I will just move it to the front and will bring down the opacity a little bit, and as before, I will start with UV sphere. Well, how many of these, uh, not the rings, but the loops I will need? I think there is 16 of them, and I will need 3 loops or 3 face loops for each. As you can see, I don't have anything prepared, and I repeat, this is not tutorial. So what I will need, 16 times 3. Okay, let's shape it nearly as the balloon is, at least approximately, not exactly. This asset will not have nice details or anything. It's just for if you have a big scene, landscape, or something like that, and you want somewhere on the horizon put a nice balloon. Oh, this is not a good method to do this, but as some artists actually said in the past, sometimes there is no time to look for the quickest solution. And it basically means that there is probably a method that is much better than what I'm doing right now, but the even thinking about the method or actually looking it up would take probably more time than me just clicking loop after loop and creating this basic shape. Okay, now the creases between the planes. Well, let's do it somehow smart. So select the ring and checker deselect everything that we don't need and select loops. Okay, that's good. Here on the top we will need the circular patch. Okay, I will add it right now. Like this should be good. Okay, I will need to make this again. Checker deselect and select loops and deselect deselect everything that's up here. I don't want to see this image anymore. Definitely not from top. Where is this? Okay. Background only from front. And delete, or not delete, deselect everything that I don't need. I need this and this ring. Okay, to make this selection in the future easier, and I will actually need this, I mark it as sharp. So if I need to select it again, just select one of it and Shift G, crease, not sharpness, and it selects everything that I need. Sharp is good. Also for future subdivision surface, I will need this to have min crease, definitely, and with Alt S, bring it down a little bit. Okay, this should be circle, so I will make it circle again, and let's see what it will look like with the subdivision surface. It doesn't look too bad, but this definitely needs to be more round. It looks weird for now, just too sharp of the gradient or whatever it is. Okay, we have the main shape, just this bottom part. What about that? Well, I can duplicate this, no, this circle, and just this thing. Oh, I hope this is just problem with normals. Yes, it is. make it probably smaller, and this loops could be curves or something that will actually put some volume around it. So edges, duplicate, move it to another object, and make curves from it. How? Or see curves. Okay, if I have curves, I can put some radius to them. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. It could be worse. And this top one definitely could be larger than the bottom one. Nice. I am kind of happy with that. There will probably be visible what's inside, so definitely change the normals to double-sided. And here we need the creases to be actually sharp, so auto smooth with the normals, and yeah, double-sided too. I definitely don't need another geometry with solidify modifier or something like that. Okay, now the basket underneath. Well, this shouldn't be anything complicated. Just cube or something similar. Always apply scale, rotation, and everything like that. It's good to have it in muscle memory. You will not forget when it's actually necessary. Okay, we don't need this face, and we can bevel this. How much? Like very much, like this much. And for example, I don't know, 5 segments. And this bevel just a little bit, or just not that much. Okay, and bring the corners up. It could be nice, and scale them to the center, and scale them just in the individual origins. Okay, well, it could be worse, and it could be better. Okay, some subdivision surface on this. Whoa, let's see what we can do about this. Oh, well, that's not necessarily the worst case. Why not? As always, here you can see I'm repeating this for the 4th time probably, that this is not a tutorial, but it's kind of a sneak peek how I actually work when I am in the studio and we need some fast assets, and you go to TurboSquid and BlendSwap and wherever else, and you just don't find doesn't don't find anything that is what you actually want, and you have to make it yourself. But you don't have any time budget for making some balloons, because you have just one day to recreate some landscape or whatever. So you just have to make it rough, quick, and hope it will be seen just from far and not for long. Okay, here is some rake or some pipes that hold everything together. this reference is really bad, but it kind of uh, gives me perspective of how these details will be actually seen. So these details won't be seen at all. The balloon will be right there, this small, so don't worry about it too much. Let's make it somehow quickly. Of course, naming conventions for everything to know what is what, but again, this could be done later. For this small, easy project, of course, not for something actually important. Okay, how we will make it? Let's see. What about do it if you saw my tutorial for pipes? So probably this could be the actual use case of this method. Only faces. Bevel. This. Okay. Not that one. Duplicate this. So I'm just making mesh that will be kind of just guiding mesh for everything. Let's see it without the image. This looks not so bad, and this won't be look seen at all. Okay, and just convert it to curve and add bevel, of course, as always. And the pipes are done. Okay, we have pipes, some wires or ropes that will hold this basket to the balloon itself. How it could be done fast enough? Yes, again, this method, select, as I said, no edges, sharpness, I want the sharpness, here it is, and duplicate this to the new object, and in this new object, as you can guess, we will convert it to curve. Let's name it to ropes, just so we know what is what. Okay, and let's bring it down. Let's try to select only the bottom ones. Proportional editing, connected. This one, how it will look. No, that's not good. What about sharp? Kind of better. Why not? And probably the best would be to select everything between until probably there and just delete those vertices. Okay, now it kind of makes sense. And let's connect them somehow, somewhere. For example, these and these to the cross could be turn off proportional editing right on this construction. And how many we have here? 3. Okay, we pick every middle one and put it where we could put it, a little bit lower, and again to the construction. Oh, where am I? Okay, and let's pick the two which remains, two remaining. Also, as I mentioned, this series is for me to work on my English. So expect that I actually, on the other monitor, I have opened Google Translator, and this is not easy to actually work, speak with another language and try to think what I should do next. Okay, S0 with Shift R to repeat the last command. Select all of them and let's put them right to the basket itself. Oh, not rendered just now. Let's see, and it's curves. So, well, this in the middle, there is problem that I see with those four. We actually need to subdivide these points because they are intersecting with the geometry, and bring them like somewhere here. Let's see how it looks. Okay, that's not that bad. It could be worse. This full depth will be something really small, 5 millimeters. Why not? Resolution. Okay, we have wired our balloon. We actually don't need any details inside, but just to have something there. There could be just cube. Why not? For the flamethrower, just well this. Not that much. Shrink it a little bit and apply mirror modifier. Well, add mirror modifier, not apply. I'm strongly against applying modifiers until you actually need them. Okay, from far enough, this could be kind of good geometry for this balloon. Okay, of course, save everything. Now work on some shaders, of course. I would like the balloon to look actually kind of like this. This is not that bad pattern. So let's try to recreate it. First, on the balloon itself, let's add new material and let's see what it looks like. So rendered. And first, we need some world settings with actual lighting setup. So background, and put there some HDR environment. You can find those somewhere on internet. You actually don't need HDR, but I highly recommend to watch video YouTube tutorial from Andy Goralczyk, or yeah, it's him, and he talked about the image lighting and cycles. I will probably link it in the description of this video. I will choose, well, whatever. I want it just for the preview, just to saw how the material will look. And this simple trick, use it definitely as non-color data and convert the math, multiply twice. Okay, I have my lighting set up. Do I have activated Filmic? I hope so. Yes, it is. So let's make this material. So this will be the fabric, whatever. Okay. This is version 2.78, so there is not yet principled shader, but definitely I would use it in this case. I have my own group dielectric that's kind of based, if you are familiar with the PBR shading in cycles. It's based on how he was Cinecat Pro, I believe is his YouTube channel. That's definitely where I saw it first. After a while, I believe even Blender Guru made some tutorials about this, and it's kind of what you expect. This is the simplest version possible. Uh, just the Fresnel is actually decreasing with the roughness, and it's a mix between diffuse and glossy. Nothing fancy there. So I am using this pretty often, but definitely if you look at this in the future and in not so far future, there will definitely be already a principal shader that will replace this sufficiently. Okay, I will need a UV map for this. So back to the solid view, and I will put the uh, creases, not the seams right where the creases are. So let's select this by sharpness and Control E, mark seam, and let's unwrap it here. Well, this doesn't look that bad, and I have somewhere textures here with the colored stripes from cgtextures.com. I believe it's now just textures.com, and I have here the textures for the basket, and it's pretty much all. Yes, and some wool just for the normal map of this of the fabric. And about the normal maps, when we are there, so open this image. Uh, if you want to use normal maps generated not in Blender, they are generated from Substance Painter, or they are downloaded from textures.com, or you want to use some normal maps that are from Unreal Engine 4 or Unity or whatever, you probably in the Blender need to invert the Y channel, the green channel, because most 3D applications actually have left-handed coordinates. So it means the X is X, but the Y is Z, and the Z is Y. So that's why the normal maps uh, don't actually look inverted, but don't work as as they supposed to. So just probably the best is invert the channel in some 2D editor like Photoshop, Krita, GIMP. But be aware that if you are using GIMP and you have 16-bit PNGs for the normal maps, that is pretty normal to have at least the 16 bits for channel, not for whole image. You have to have GIMP 2.9 and above. Uh, Otherwise, you can't uh, modify it with with the old GIMP. Okay, so continue here to not strive too much from our goal, and to make the stripes as we want, I will rotate this with 45 degrees. Let's see how this will look. Put the texture here where it is. Well, what's happening? Blender froze for a second. Let's save it and back to rendered. Okay, let's see the material preview and change the size of the UVs. So the stripes are smaller, and then select every other stripe. I don't have some fancy method to do it really quickly, so let's do it like this. How is it possible that I have neighbored stripes? There should be 16 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 5. This one not. 6, 7, 8. What? Somehow I can't count, but whatever. Everything that works. Select every other and rotate it by 90 degrees. So the stripes are now switching the direction. Okay, I don't like this seam at all, so I will actually scale it down again and use, what was that, Alt P? No, just P. No, Control P. Not, that messes up everything. To pack it, but not to move it. So I will do it by hand. Again, the same thing. I have no time to actually do it the quick way, because I don't know the quick way, at least for now. Definitely, this is always something that I should mark down somewhere, and when I have the time, I should look up some tutorials for it or some uh, manuals or whatever to look how I should actually do it. Okay, the texture looks good. I just need the displacement on it, because this now it's, for my taste, really flat. So I will need another texture. I should duplicate this all at once. Why this doesn't connect? Okay, and I will open where it is, wool height. I will not use the normal map just because I don't know why right now. I just believe more this height map than the normal map there, and I will create the normal map from the texture right now. So this is non-color data. It's just a black and white image that shows how high from the surface the actual surface is. I will convert it to the normal map or to the normals and put it to the normal. And it's huge and weirdly stretched. Okay, let's see scale. There 10. Okay, this doesn't look that bad, but definitely put down the strength and up the roughness, so it's barely visible. Okay, some light actually should come through. There are two ways how to fake it, because I don't want to use the translucent or subsurface scattering shader, just because, as I said, this balloon will be somewhere in the distance. This won't affect the scene so much. So probably the best, definitely not PBR. It has nothing to do with physics, but you have the control over everything, over the color, is to use hue, saturation, value, and put the value above 1. So it means that this shader actually will reflect more light than it will hit it. So you light up the thing, but you still have some shadows on it. It's not emission shader. Okay, this down there should be what it should be, what I have even selected. This one, okay, and I could use just this dielectric and probably just solid color and the same wool height map, vector bump and strength 1, rough, definitely lighter. Yeah, and I don't have a UV map. I don't need UV map here. I will just move it to generated and use not flat but box mapping with some really small blending. It starts to look somehow okay. Strength is really, even if strength is 0, how does this work? Oh, this is weird. Okay, 1. Why not? I don't really care for this piece, but this somehow I made somewhere mistake or whatever. Yeah, here, of course. This is definitely my mistake. Okay, strength 0.1 is enough. Rough and darker. Maybe stronger. Even more. Okay. The same material for this piece. Material. The basket. Okay, this should be just some wicker. I have also textures from the CG texture. Open CG textures. Here it is. I have albedo, ambient occlusion we don't need because we are in cycles, not in some real-time renderer. And height. Okay, I will need definitely those two. And normal maps, roughness. Yeah, and roughness, definitely. So open image. And I have color, and I don't have any UV map. I don't need any UV map. Same as before, just used box mapping. And it's still pretty huge. So let's change the scale. Oh, 3.6. Maybe it could look good. Roughness. I don't actually need to control this roughness because I will duplicate this, not this, and use the roughness map. CG textures, roughness, an image. This is not color, it's non-color data. Put it to roughness and reflection to 1 and normal map. So again, same vector, so it's the texture in the same place. Use the right texture. Why it's frozen again? The recording is not healthy for my computer, of course. Here the height map, or you can use the normal map, it's pretty much the same thing. For in this case, definitely normal map and height maps aren't the same thing, and you can find a lot on the internet what is the exact difference. Let's put there vector bump no, not like that. Vector bump, and I have it in the normals again. Let's put down the strength, but not too much. It looks too rough for me, but maybe it's just me. Converter, mask, multiply, and maybe if it was larger, it will look better, at least from distance. This doesn't seem right. Well, from this side it is, so it wins. It's just wrong lighting from the other side. Okay, the pipes should be something really easy, some shader anisotropic, maybe darker. Same for the flamethrower. What was that? Material 001. Okay, this is some metal. Why not? Scatter GX. If you want to be kind of PBR friendly, we'll just put Fresnel there, as always, for the color, but not to write there. Color mix RGB, and here will be the lighter, here darker. Okay, and for the ropes, that should be barely visible. So what could be good shader for that? Maybe just translucent. Well, that doesn't look that bad. Okay, we are pretty much done. Everything is in its place. Everything has applied, scaled, and rotation. So just make it group, so I can use it in other projects. Balloon, and save the project. Okay. Well, it's definitely longer than I expected. I expected some half hour, but I definitely thank you very much for watching. I hope that wasn't that boring, and it could be probably more educational, but maybe it was maybe interesting. I don't really know. Definitely, if you have something to say, write anything in the comments. I would love to read what you are thinking about this concept of not exactly, I don't know what it is, but just working with Blender. And if you have some requests, for example, for future tutorials or future parts of this Let's Blend series, I will definitely like to hear them. So again, thank you for watching, and till the next time, bye.